Hello, this is Marbozir and welcome to Let's Try Dungeons 2. So, Dungeons 2 is a strategy game, it's a sequel to Dungeons 1, which was supposed to be a Dungeon Keeper-esque kind of game, but it really wasn't, and as a result it wasn't very well received. Dungeons 2 is supposed to be different, it's supposed to be closer to Dungeon Keeper kind of design. Is it? Let's find out. This is effectively a blind Let's Try, so I don't know what exactly to expect. That's why I'm here, to find out. So, I did play the first quote-unquote mission. It's not much of a mission really, it just shows you the really basic movement controls. You just walk around with one dude, and really that's about it. It takes around 5 minutes. So, I'm going to play the first actual real mission, A New Hope, that reference.
The last
And
remaining
let's see how
heroes
the game
of the
is.
country joined forces and cast a powerful banishment spell. The absolute evil disappeared from sight with a threatening gesture, and a faint whispered, "I'll be back," could be heard coming from its lips. The absolute evil had been banished, and its essence shattered into several pieces. Its reign of terror had ended. The good people of the overworld rejoiced, and an era of peace began for the Alliance. The evil creatures were driven back into the underground, doomed to serve as cannon fodder for pleasure-seeking adventurers. Meanwhile, secreted away in the world's most inaccessible places, the last remains of the absolute evil were resting, never again to see the light of the overworld. Until today, that is. Somewhere deep under the earth, the ultimate evil awoke.
So, that was the intro. I assume the first mission will be kind of a tutorial that will show the basics.
And the hand of terror arose, controlled by the ultimate evil.
Too spooky for me. Well, that's us.
Hand of terror, arise, damn you!
Yeah, don't be lazy, you heard the
He
man.
thinks that exploring the surrounding area would be a sensible strategy. However, to do this, light would be required. Still not bright enough. An old throne room was revealed by the light.
And here we are.
The circumstances remained a mystery. The
Okay,
hand
zoom
of
in,
terror
zoom
flew
out.
through the throne room.
Move the
following
map
each and
around.
every thought the ultimate evil had.
We got the mini-map.
After a few flying sessions, the ultimate evil was able to control the hand with ease. The time had come to call forth creatures who were completely devoted to it and would do its dirty work. Little snots were the dregs of each and every dungeon and spent their time taking care of it. The expansion-mad evil hired one snot on the spot.
I'll just let the guy talk when he's talking. We got some tutorial messages. So, select the throne room and hire a little snot.
The first little snot appeared. It was completely ready to work in...
Population points. Even an evil genius such as yourself can only control a certain number of creatures. This is shown by the population points at the top in the middle. So 1 out of 15. If you have reached the maximum limit, you will not be able to hire any additional creatures unless you first dismiss one. You can do this by picking up a creature and throwing them into your pit. Into the pit in your throne room. Alright.
And to crawl in the dust before the ultimate evil. Little snots were important to the ultimate evil because they took care of
So
many
I can pick that
important
up
little
if I want to.
things, such as excavating new areas. The psionically gifted evil could sense the presence
Excavate.
of something important that was buried to the south.
Excavations. Yep, just jog around and
instructed
excavate
its
the
little
area
snots to dig
as
in that
expected.
direction. As quick as a fart, the little snot made his way to the marked position and began to dig. Behold, the creatures of the overjoyed evil had apparently been much more industrious than it had thought.
That's the
A
resource.
great dungeon was revealed behind the wall. Everything was already in place. Doors, traps, a well-filled treasury. Oh wait, treasury? And where, if you please, is this treasury? Oh well. One can't expect too much of these mindless little snots. First of all, some gold had to be dug out to make space for a treasury to be created. The hand of terror swiftly marked a few small gold veins so that the little snots could excavate them.
Types of gold. You will come across two types of gold underground. Gold veins and rich gold veins. Gold veins can be removed quickly, much in the same way as normal walls, and provide you with a quick boost of gold for a short period of time. Rich gold veins last a longer period of time, but only provide a small amount of gold each time. Okay. And here's the visual representation.
As soon as the gold vein was selected, a little snot immediately set out to mine valuable gold for the greedy evil.
We just stash it back here for now. Come on, chop chop. Mine the gold. So what are these? Interesting. Brainwashing.
Once most of the gold had been mined, the Hand of Terror quickly created a treasury on the spot so that the precious metal could be safely stored.
How convenient. Build a room. First of all, deselect everything, blah blah blah. We got rooms down here. Note that production facilities generally require a work unit in order to function. To build a work unit, select the room and then the work unit in the action window. You will then be able to place it freely in the room. Okay, fair enough. So this will be our treasury then. We don't have enough money for that. Okay. There we go. Now we do.
Mastered this task with flying colors.
That's the treasury.
Little snots could use the treasury to store mined gold. It was then at the greedy evil's disposal whenever more rooms needed to be built or new creatures recruited. Little snots were all well and good, but were too weak and cowardly to defend the dungeon. Since it was not able to defend itself, the ultimate evil would have to hire some orcs. But they would require food. Liquid food. Well, beer to be precise. So the next important thing to build was a brewery. And that would require some space to be created. The ultimate evil had the feeling that its servants were not really putting their backs into the work.
Whacking units. You can also whack your units with the Hand of Terror in order to motivate them to work faster and emphasize the priority of a particular task. The unit you whacked will work more effectively for a short period of time, but lose a little of its life force. To whack a unit, right-click on it. Okay. Get to work.
The evil encouraged its creature to work a little faster.
You too.
With a friendly but not at all gentle snap.
Go, go. Mine faster. Harder. No more rooms just yet. I like the visual side so far. It looks quite good. I like the art style. I don't think it's possible to rotate the camera though. At least doesn't look like it. Not in any obvious way, as far as I can tell.
The absurd evil was still hesitating. Alcohol? Consumed in the dungeon? There was now an area cleared to the brewery site, and with quick finger snaps from the Hand of Terror, the rooms...
So that's a production facility?
Excellent. But the recently built brewery lacked a brewing copper. With a sigh of resignation, the overworked evil set about taking care of that too.
Build a brew kettle. Okay. Like so. That works. 250 gold.
Built a brewing copper, so the delicious beer could be brewed as soon as possible. One of the little snots started working on the brewing copper. The nostalgic evil banished all thoughts of...
Efficiency of rooms. Rooms have an efficiency rating that shows how well work can be performed inside. You should try to ensure that a room is surrounded by walls as far as possible, and that they have ideally also been upgraded. Efficiency can be increased even beyond 100%. Okay.
Those would have to wait.
That's our efficiency, 100% right now.
Both beer and gold were now available in the dungeon, so it was time to hire some creatures to defend against greedy heroes or whatever else snuck around underground. At present, it was only simple orcs declaring undying loyalty to the ultimate evil. The rest of the horde was scattered to the winds.
Okay. So we can hire an orc for 350 gold and 2 population points.
Orcs were defensive
There's the orc.
combat specialists, capable of dealing with many opponents.
And he's on a cooldown,
However,
so we need to wait until we can
ranged attacks.
recruit another one. Okay. So grab another one.
It's payday. An eerie gong rang through the hall. It did not bode well for the ultimate evil's treasury stocks, for at each sounding of the gong, the creatures would collect their undeserved wages. However, there was little it could do about this, as it was chained to the throne. Thus, it had to give free rein to its servants' desires, for the time being at least.
More orcs. Actually, no, still on cooldown. So, what's next? Oh yeah, just recruit 5 orcs. Alright. Fair enough. Just waiting for a cooldown. And one more. Come on, mine faster, go. And then we'll get to fight, I assume.
One louse-infested orc crawled up from the depths and declared allegiance to the ultimate evil. The first step towards the creation of a powerful army had been taken. The dungeon of the expansion-mad evil grew and prospered, but unfortunately, it had reached the maximum possible population it could currently handle. Now a creature would have to be thrown into the bottomless pit before any others could be brought in. The profound evil had had enough of dungeon sightseeing and now wanted to move to the surface to try a dish that is best served cold. Revenge. Some Alliance members were bound to be guarding the entrance to the overworld. A fine appetizer for a vengeful evil.
So we need to dig this way. Dismiss a creature in order to have more population points.
Apologies,
well, let's dismiss a snod then.
So we interrupt this game for a short commercial message.
Yeah, short commercial message. Okay. Off you go.
The creature disappeared into the pit of uselessness with a long drawn and gradually diminishing.
New area discovered. Nice.
This
looks interesting.
Act of wickedness brought a smile on the face of the ultimate evil. The nameless evil's creatures.
So what now? Picking up units. Right, so we just drop orcs here. You can pick up multiple creatures at once. Hold down the right mouse button to quickly release all creatures in your hand. Alright, fair enough. Let's grab our orcs then. Come on, guys. There's work to do.
The abysmal evil used a hand of
drop them here then.
Several of the creatures that were still completely inexperienced at fighting, and threw them onto the
Can we click on this? Yes, we can click on this to pick up the orcs fast. Nice one. Well, that was quick. There are more spiders in there, though. Where do you think you're going? Come back here. Your work is not done. Earn your pay. There. Kill the spiders, go. Can't zoom any more than this.
Payday.
Can we slap them while they're fighting to make them swing faster? Yeah, we can. From the looks of it.
Evil patted itself on the back, proud that it had led its troops into battle with such aplomb.
And what's this?
I just simply mean chucking them at the end.
The spider killer.
The basics of a dungeon were now in place. However, the brewery was puny and didn't really have room to store beer barrels in, and the treasury was also.
But what do we do with this?
In size. Quickly, the expansion-hungry evil set out to enlarge its dungeon.
Can I give it to a specific orc? Yeah, oh, okay, we can give it to a specific orc. Interesting. Oh, now he has a new name. Oga the Spider Killer. Okay, I like that. So, build more treasuries and expand your brewery. Okay, then let's expand the brewery, like so, and we can build another treasuries somewhere, maybe somewhere in the back or on the side.
Creatures of the ultimate evil suddenly developed a craving for chocolate.
That works. Make them work faster. And dig this way. Yep, dig south. We'll expand the brewery first. I assume I have to zone this after the walls are gone. There. Expand the brewery. Done. And let's dig south. This way. I could dismiss one more snot to get an additional orc, since one orc costs 2 population points. But 5 orcs should be enough. But we could do it. Goblins, nagas, trolls, orcs. And there are 3 types of orcs. Interesting.
The evil has awoken.
Hi.
But its brothers are still asleep.
Huh? What on earth was that? That's not in my script. No matter. We better get back to concentrating on the dungeon.
Let's grab these guys. Dig south? Even more? Oh, that guy is gone. Okay, never mind. I thought I can attack him, but doesn't look like it. Yeah, they are confused about life. Get to work, come on. No, not you. The snot. Go, go. Yes, dig this way. I'm talking to you.
A huge
101% efficiency in the brewery.
On 8 levels,
Payday.
this dungeon's human guards had been ancient history for
New
a
area
long
discovered.
while. Now it was home to a huge spider and her brood.
Just
Would Sam
one.
and Frodo escape it and continue their journey to Mount Doom, or was this the end of the ring bearer? Hang on a minute.
The narrator is
Yes,
confused.
A huge spider, henceforth called the Spider Queen.
Let's go kill
It
the
would be
spider.
necessary to eliminate the Spider Queen before the Horde could reach the surface. The Spider Queen sent forth a
I don't
wave
like
of
these
her
eggs too
children.
much, I'm
Of
just
course,
saying.
The ultimate evil was fully aware of this danger and immediately prepared to defend itself
More
against
spiders.
them. At least, that's what I heard.
So what about these? The narrator didn't explain that just yet. That requires mana, which we have none of. Create a horde. Interesting. Panic retreat. Lightning bolt. 20 damage. 0.5 cooldown. Fallen units. If a unit falls in battle within your dungeon, your little snots will drag it to the hospital if you have researched and built one. If your units die on the surface, you can teleport them into the dungeon with the panic retreat spell, but only in areas that have been evilified. Fallen units will continue to use up population points for a while until their corpse disappears. Okay, so we lost one unit over here.
The vile perversion, once called the Spider Queen, had nothing more with which she could fight the Horde. Later, the sensitive evil would have her innards made into a lava lamp. The way to the surface was open. Now it was time to put those vengeance plans into practice. The vile evil wanted to take this opportunity to utter a really sinister laugh. But unfortunately, its physical state made this unviable. Instead, it asked the narrator to do a bit of sinister laughter on its behalf. Oh well, here goes. Deep breath.
Well, at least the game is self-aware. So that was that. That was the first, I suppose, mission. Technically, is the second one. The start is promising. I might do a few more episodes, but this one is done. If you enjoyed this first part, please consider leaving a like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.